Well, here we are on YouTube. Here we are wearing our dark colors so that we blend in with the background, apparently.
Sorry, I didn't color code. I just wear what I got. I just wear what I got to wear. You know.
I'm to blame here too. I'm like, it's a black sweater.
I'm not blaming nothing. I'm telling you right now. I don't care about no backgrounds, no color coded, nothing. I just wears what I wears.
What's wrong?
Well, what's wrong with you? Why would you bring up the clothes? What are we talking about clothes
I'm just
for?
Like it just looks funny because we're like these white talking heads amidst a sea of black.
You a little bit more than me. I've got a bit more color behind me, I think, to contrast. But yeah, we don't have a dress department yet or a wardrobe department. We need to hire a wardrobe department. Speaking of wardrobe, the Tony Awards. Because we're big on costumes and costume changes. You know, it's about Broadway and plays, right?
Okay.
Yeah, come on, give me something, Nathan. That was kind of funny. That was a good segue. All right.
There. He's good.
So, what is the Tony Awards? Is it the best Tony of the year? Tony Danza. Who else? Who else won? Who are some past winners? Tony Danza. Is that the only Tony I know? Oh boy, that's the only Tony I know. Who's
Tony
the boss?
Stark.
Tony the Tiger. Yeah, Tony Stark. Tony the Tiger. We have some great Tonys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm Tony. You know, I'm Tony. You know, I'm from the Staten Island. Tony. You know. Yes, your favorite Italian.
Wait,
the Tony word's your favorite Italian.
Sorry.
I know the Tony Awards is for theater. I was just trying to make a joke, Nick.
What does Tony stand for, by the way? I think it's like theater something. No?
No, the other, or the odd naked younglings? I don't know.
He says as his daughter is walking in the background.
Yeah, I know. Hello, children. How are you? All right, and she has her friend over, and child services is now en route. Okay. What are we doing? What's going on here?
Okay, Dear Evan Hansen. Have you heard of that musical?
Oh, of course. It's my favorite.
No, I don't even know what it is.
Is that what we're doing?
This is all that this says. You have all the information in front of you.
Yes, I know.
All I have
and
is
this is a Patreon request from Olivia. Olivia, we love you. But my goodness, this write-up is the play itself. Why don't we just sit right back and tell a tale of this Broadway play? A guy named
Tony Awards.
Evan, who was bullied as a kid. Okay, so
classroom started getting rough.
All right. So the song is called "Waving Through a Window." That was my whole childhood with all the cool kids playing. I was stuck in my house. Hey guys, you want to invite me out to play? Anyways, or actually, I would go to the birthday parties. Hey, my invite got lost in the mail. I'm allowed in, right? The song is called "Waving Through a Window" for the musical "Dear Evan Hansen." Now, this is a great. I appreciate Olivia the write up. We just can't read the whole thing, but the first paragraph here is. I'll read the first couple. So Evan Hansen is a bullied 17-year-old with social anxiety and depression with a recently broken arm. He's assigned by his therapist to write letters to himself detailing what will be good about each day, starting each letter with Dear Evan Hansen. So on the first day of senior year, his single mother suggested he ask people to sign his cast to make friends. So he broke his arm. He has to write letters. I hope he didn't break his writing arm. The next paragraph is, at school, Evan only has one family friend, Jared, and neither him nor another classmate he asked wants to sign Evan's cast. Well, this guy sounds like a loser. Sorry, it's a fake character. It's okay to make fun of him. Evan runs into Connor, Murphy, an outcast drug user with anger issues, also no friends, and a pretty unstable home who misinterprets his awkwardness for hostility and pushes him to the ground. Holy smokes. Okay. So let's get to the end here. So the song sets in right after Connor pushes Evan to the floor as the second song of the play. The actor's name is Ben Platt, by the way, and I hope you'll enjoy the song. So, okay. So Evan is singing, and he sounds like a bully kid who has anxiety, broken arms, writes letters with the wrong hand, and he gets picked on by a drug dealer. Okay. I think we got it all?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's more to the play, but
that is the play. All right.
Ready?
Let's listen to the performance. I'm very excited. Yeah, I know her. That's Anna Kendrick, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
One of the things that we all want in life is to connect. Our next nominee for Best Musical is a deeply personal and profoundly contemporary story about a young man who wants more than anything to belong. But his chance to make that connection is threatened when he writes a letter that was never meant to be seen, tells a lie that was never meant to be told, and suddenly gets the life he never dreamed he could have. Please welcome Tony nominees Mike Feist, Rachel Bay Jones, and my friend Ben Platt with the company of Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh, crowd seems very excited to hear this. So that was a good synopsis too, by the way.
This play did quite well.
I've never heard of it. Yeah,
and I think it just came out as a movie.
Before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me, give them no reason to stare. No slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waiting through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waiting through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waiting through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back
Very impressive performance.
Oh yeah, that guy should do that guy should go on Broadway. He's pretty good. He should go on Broadway one day.
I'm pretty sure he.
No. I'm going to call right now, Nathan. I think he should go on Broadway. I think he's good enough for Broadway.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to call that. That was a great audition. So was this American Idol? Good audition. That's a yes for me, dog. That's a yes for me. On to the next round. Right? Is that how that works?
All right. So my daughter is in musical theater. That's her program that she's in. And so I've been to a lot of her performances and of others too. And one of the things that I've picked up, that even if the song itself isn't like, oh, I like that song, like I want to play that song and listen to it, a song can be quite complex without it needing to be like catchy or fun or whatever. And I can tell that particular one is not an easy one because it's got a lot of like movement in the like in his pronunciation of the words, and obviously the movement on stage and all that stuff that goes with it. So I mean, well done. Like it was a good performance. You don't see a lot of. It's funny in theater, musical theater, you don't see great male performances as much as you do a lot of female performances. That's what I've noticed when I go to the shows that I've seen with my daughter in them. The guys, there's great parts for guys. Don't get me wrong, there's great parts for guys, but like the guys that I've seen performing, they're not great. They always seem to be kind of like just lackluster and not even putting their heart into it. And this guy here, he's knocking it out of the park. So obviously this is like the best of the best of performers, but the ones that I go to, like all of the girls are just like fantastic, and they're great singers, great range. And then you'll get like a guy, and he just looks robotic, and he's like singing sort of. It's like, did anyone teach this kid how to sing? Like he's just, I don't know. I'm more critical of guys on stage, but my daughter always tells me. But like when I watch them, I'm like, they look like night and day to me.
Yeah, it's a great performance. Obviously, the guy is a professional, sings it very well, and he's singing it live. You can see his face go red at the end there. He's belting it out. A great performance, sweating, and so yeah, I'm not a Broadway connoisseur per se, but I actually enjoy musicals more than people might think. I think if we said this before in previous reactions, I think we've done a couple of musicals, and I actually quite enjoy a good musical. I would sit through pretty much almost any musical that's done well, that's professionally done, and of course, favorites like Sound of Music is a favorite. So I like any story that's told well with good acting, and if the story is engaging between the songs, that's like the perfect musical, right? So, I don't know if the subject matter would engage me per se. A Boldy kid at school. I mean, obviously the author probably went through something. I don't know who wrote it, the play, but I suspect it's probably some personal semi-autobiography experiences. But we've all been bullied or picked on or felt undervalued, and so it's a universal story for everybody. Of course, some are terribly bullied, and some just kind of get teased or whatever. But so obviously, art is a great avenue for expressing those type of journeys that we all kind of share in the human experience. So, but it's a great song. I really enjoyed it. It made me kind of want to watch the whole thing. That's a good sign too. So I kind of want to watch. I would have, if you sat me down and said, Ryan, we're watching Dear Ben or Dear Ben Evans, whatever. Sorry, I forgot the name of the play. Evan Hansen. If we're gonna watch this, I would be okay. Cool, let's watch this. I'd have no problem with that. What was the other thing I was going to say? I was going to say I just Googled during the song. I did Google something. So Ben Platt, he's such a method actor. He had Anna Kendrick break his arm just before the performance. That's why he had to. That's how method he is. It's very method. His arm was freshly broken before going on stage. Yeah, and Anna Kendrick broke it. Yeah, sure. Pretty impressive. Yeah.
I got a question for you. Have you seen Les Miserables?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Okay. The musical with was that with Hugh Jackman and Liam Neeson? I didn't see that version. I think I've seen the version though. Was it Liam Neeson that was in it? Or who's the baddie? Who was the cop that was in that?
It's
sorry.
Awful. He's an awful singer in it.
Who was that again?
Oh, what's his name?
So that my understanding of
Russell
that
Crowe.
music,
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. That's what. So my understanding of that one, Nathan, I haven't seen it. Was that it was all musical? Was it not? Like there was no dialogue, or am I misunderstanding? There were very little. Anyways,
no,
I haven't seen that version.
There's dialogue, but no, I liked it. I quite liked it. Yeah, Russell Crowe can barely sing, but the other performances are quite good. Yeah,
I like Russell Crowe. You know,
he just can't sing.
That's well, neither can I. So I'm not.
Yeah,
I just react to people.
But he's in a musical.
I understand. But he's a good actor, though. So maybe did he do some more acting and stuff that were. I don't know. I didn't.
The acting in it is fine. It's
okay.
When he sings, he's like a little bit off key sometimes. Yeah. Anyway,
well, not everyone can sing it. I love how everyone can sing. Like it's funny because everyone breaks out in song in musicals. But it's like like if I lived in a world that it was a musical, like in my life, I'd be I'd be the Russell Crowe. Like, oh, there goes Ryan singing again. I'm starving today. I could eat some food. What's for dinner, honey? Please feed me. Like it's like okay, all right, that's good. Now, Madison would love it if your life. Wouldn't you love it if your life was a musical? Would you love your life was a musical?
No.
Okay. Bye.
All right. We'll see you on the next one.